Hey guys, this video analysis is for RazorFrazer, who's the competitor here in white on bottom. I don't know what happened before this point because the video just starts right here, but we begin with him defending the turtle. So they punch us to dump him over, then he's able to spin behind him. When I'm on bottom in this position, I'm a big fan of having my forehead down on the mat, which means that my hands don't have to be occupied with basing on the mat because my head's going to be doing that. Then my hands can focus on either fighting the hands or trying to block out the legs from spinning behind. Let's just slow this down a bit. See, the opponent kind of starts to spin behind. He could probably even get complete behind him. It looks like that was initiated by RazorFrazer on bottom. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless, the opponent is able to switch around there. Okay, so what I would advise you to do is, one, always note how the person is grabbing your head, or like the head and arm. So in this case, he has this arm around the head, this one around the arm, which most of the time means that he'll have to circle around to this side. Because he circles this way, your arm should be just free and clear to block his legs. So you have to be aware that most of the time they're going to try to circle to this side. They're going to use this arm to somehow mess with your arm here, and they're going to circle around. As long as you have your forehead down and this arm is just ready to shoot out as he circles, you should be all right. So as he goes to, let's say after this part, as he goes to circle around, like right here, okay, you need your right arm to shoot back as if you're going into your like back pocket here, and then it sort of fans out and you'll clip some part of his thigh along here. Another thing that you could have potentially done that would have, if not that'd be my main suggestion, but you come here, see how you're using your hands to base out, like this arm is basically right now useless. If you're down on your forehead, you can double up on this wrist around your head. Because if you see as he switches around, that arm has to change position to the other side of your head. If you have it blocked here, then he can't comfortably switch around, and then you can usually pull guard or invert after that. Okay, when he gets behind you here, yeah, he's able to get that hook way, way, way too easily. Same thing here. Because you're basing on your right hand, there's going to be a gap right here at your hip where he can just throw his leg in. Okay? If instead you're just down on your forehead and your elbows are really back blocking that gap, he can't really easily get a hook in like that. And after that, if he can't lock his hands, most of the time you just need to do a tight shoulder roll and you'll be out of the position. But he gets that one hook in, you drop to your side, and then you guys kind of freeze here. Can't tell what's happening with the legs too much, but I'm pretty sure he's in side control here. So let's just back up a little bit. Yeah, the issue with your invert here is you're not able to tuck your head more under your legs. It looks like you just sort of drop to your shoulder. Let's go boom here. You drop to your shoulder and then you stop. You need to try to tuck in a little bit more. I know he's on you and he has this hook in, so that might have been partly the reason why. Although wait, no, he doesn't have the hook in. Sorry, I thought that was a hook that just went in. I guess he loses it afterwards. Truthfully, if I felt that hook come in here, anytime you want to, like if I'd be in this position, I would actually roll off to my left side, the side that isn't with the hook. That way you can scoot back out into deep half guard. But regardless, you're here. He's going around, he's kind of in a leg drag position, and you're messing with his leg. The angle will change in a second. Yeah, so it's like you're in that kind of like weird backwards half guard leg drag position where if his foot was on the other side of your legs, then they couldn't mess with him. But since it's still stuck here, you're kind of giving him trouble. Maybe trying to grab his ankle, pull him in a 50-50, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't usually try to hold on to the leg in this manner. It's given this guy trouble, but I find for most people, when it's done on me, a precise knee cut over the shin just clears this position way too easily. So instead, what I'd be trying to do, although here it looks like you almost have it. He's able to get his leg out though. I'd much be worried about this grip that he has on your hand, and if you can't try to build up to this hand. It may be a little bit too late based on how far he's around you already, but with leg drag positions, I like to build up to this hand right here. I think it's a more sound strategy than trying to just like mess with his feet. And then right here you go to turtle, which is nice. Another thing you could have done, instead of trying to mess with his feet, like initiate the turtle earlier. Because his arm here is under your leg, like he won't be able to get the harness right away. And if you turtle and he doesn't have a harness, it's a very slippery position if your turtle gets good. You turtle, you're blocking out the hands. That was really nice. Again, take a look at how you're lifting your upper body. So you get the turtle, you're in good position right here, and then you start lifting your head up. I mean, maybe he's trying to pull you up a little bit, but I don't. You shouldn't be able to. And then all this space is open. You just start chopping hooks in. So I would suggest you keep your head down. But anytime you turtle from a position like this, don't turtle to the turtle position. Like you should turtle and then immediately escape. So like turtle, and the second your knees touch, shoulder roll on your near side shoulder. Or like invert on your right shoulder. It's the same thing, just different names for it. Because he doesn't have a harness around you, you're really, really mobile here. And especially since it's no gi. Yeah, you're just kind of hanging out here. And that allows him to, boom, get that hook in. Okay, so right here. Yeah, when you're in this position, similar to what I was mentioning earlier, if he has his right hook in, you want to roll through on your left side. That's how this position ends up going, but I'm not sure that you're the one initiating it. Or you kind of are. But you want to, just like you're doing, drop to this side, but not just to your hip. You want to get all the way down to your back. So you have to keep rotating until your back is on the mat. At that point, like you have a chance of going deep half guard, or just keep turning into a regular half guard. Because this is a really good way of escaping the one hook turtle. You just need to keep rotating through. Okay, so you opt to do that, and then you come on top here. Let's just slow that down. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting way. So you're lifting with the butterfly hook. Yes, he looks like he's allowing you to turn. I still think this option isn't the best. Like once you free the leg here, I think his leg is too open. Like if his hands were better positioned, potentially he could just start sliding his knee up to here, and then you'd be in trouble. He probably can't backstep off of you because you're gonna have good contact with his hook. But I still think this is probably a little bit dangerous. But nonetheless, you get off, which is nice. And then you go to do this move. Okay. Like the way you did it here in the video, like it looks really nice. Like the timing of it is very good. You don't hesitate at all. You just go right away. So in that sense, it's good. I don't think the move itself is necessarily your best option from here. I would much prefer that. See how you're turning towards his head side to get on top? The safer option, in my opinion, is to turn towards his legs. So like, so you freeze here. Yeah, like plant your feet and turn towards his legs there. Because the issue with what you're doing, like he doesn't respond well. He kind of gives you the move. But if he just gets ready, that the second you turn away like here, his arm is out of position. But if it was in a better spot, he could start chasing your back from here. Or at the very least, come up into turtle, that sort of thing. So I think this move is dangerous. Although you perform extremely well here. It's very impressive. Okay, so from here, yeah, he tries to grab your head and like turn you over and you take his back. Yeah, that was nice. Okay, then you go and you grab that wrist. Yeah, it looks like you're trying to twist him over. When guys really want to be down on their knees, I feel that the pressure that you want to put is pressure of flattening them out. So, yeah, like here you're a little high, but you're going to post your hand and back yourself up, which is good. But I try to back my hips up closer to his low back. The ref's going to reset you. Yeah, I'd rather get my hips up closer to his low back, and then you just start really arching into their low back. And as you arch, you focus on one leg and you try to shoot your leg to extend his leg back. And then slowly you can work on the other leg. But that kind of flattening pressure makes it like it should make it scary for the guy to just stay on his knees like this. Yeah, you're still a bit too high, but like it looks like you understand that part. And then you're gonna pull him over eventually. Yeah, I guess you kind of yank him over. Yeah, you did good. I mean, I'm not sure entirely if you realize what you did, but one thing I was going to mention, I saw you just did it, is if you just plant your foot, like if you want to take him off to this side, plant your right foot onto the mat, like you still keep the hook, but just your toes touch, and it gives you some pressure to knock him over. The other thing is, if you can get a with like a harness grip, but kind of aligned differently, where you have your shoulder on this side. So imagine you have this arm grabbing over this shoulder, but your own shoulder's popped up to this side, so you're crunching his head down with like your humerus bone. If you fold that head down, then pulling him off to the side will be a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to continue this in part 2.